What community is going to be next? Is it going to be John Lew's district? Is it going to be the 20th Council District? Is it going to be Astoria? What neighborhood is going to be next to get some of these businesses? This is not the way to do planning in the city of New York by dumping facilities on neighborhoods. How much more is College Point, Whitestone, Malvern, Mitchell, Linden expected to take? You used to be able to get in your car, because I used to live in College Point. I live in Whitestone now. You used to be able to get in your car and go to work or go to school without any trouble. Now, 20th Avenue, Linden Place, you have to wait, light after light, to get out. Let's not even talk about the police academy, because that's going to go right behind us. And so, by the way, are two of the businesses that are going to be relocated. The police academy, and they've admitted this to me, and it's in the environmental impact statement, 5,000 people could be here at any one time. 5,000. We can't handle another couple of hundred people at these key intersections all day. Imagine 5,000 people coming and going, with parking for only 1,800. And there's some sort of ridiculous notion that they're all going to come on the bus from the subway.
Yeah, okay.
Does anybody really believe that?
No.
That like thousands of people are going to come on the bus? They're going to take the subway and then they're going to take the bus here. Now, you know, one of the restrictions that will be carried over in the special district, and this is one of the things that the community fought long and hard for, probably going back 50 years, is all the parking for these facilities is supposed to be on site. And you see the signs, no standing, no parking. It's very interesting. Here's the no standing sign. Underneath it, what does it say? It says police vehicles only. They're violating the urban renewal plan right now. So what happens when the police academy comes in? Is it going to say no standing, no parking, except for police vehicles throughout this entire corporate park? You cannot trust the word of the administration. That is one thing that I have found after 8 years of dealing with the Bloomberg administration. They will do anything, they will say anything to get approval. And then once they do, all bets are off. We're here to say no to the Willis Point businesses, not because we don't like the businesses, not because we don't like the people that work there, but because College Point, Whitestone, Malvern, and Mitchell Linden have been dumped on enough. And in terms of the police academy, I originally said yes to the police academy. One, because they promised, the deputy mayor promised me that, oh no, we're going to have a conversation about improving the infrastructure and the roads. And I told them I would only go to the press conference if that happened. Well, what was that? A year and a half, 2 years ago? Not one thing has come through from EDC in the city to tell me about real traffic improvements. And when I had a meeting in my office with them, they said, well, we don't have any suggestions. What do you suggest? This is the nonsense that goes on. Yes, the committee has suggestions, but we can make all the suggestions we want. Unless there's actually money in the budget, it ain't happening. We're going to say no to this, and whether we have to fight here or in court, this is the line in the sand. This is the line in the sand. And if the mayor wants to move the police academy here, then let's have some real discussion, and don't try to just dump this facility on us. Because the proposal that I saw 2 years ago is not what they're talking about now. This is the police museum. I don't know why they would want to move the police museum from Lower Manhattan. I got to tell you, I don't know who's going to come, any tourist who's going to come from Manhattan to College Point. I hate to say that. It's no reflection on our neighborhood. But who's going to come to travel here to see the police museum? The firing range. We're going to have a complete firing range here. Is that appropriate? Right next, a block or two away from residential homes? I don't think so. They're going to relocate everything here. Every police facility is going to be here. They are in effect creating a whole college campus. It's nice, but is it appropriate for this neighborhood that has already taken 550 acres? How much more do these communities have to take? I'd like to, if they want to speak, recognize, since they are here, and I appreciate them coming on behalf of the community, the candidates that are actually running for my council seat.
How you doing? Dan Halloran. I'd like to point out a couple of things. Tony's absolutely right. Once again, the city has made promises to us and not followed up with them, and that seems to be a pattern which is developing. The police academy is good for the neighborhood, but it's only good if infrastructure is developed. Gene Kelty, Chuck Appellian have spent a lot of time on the community board trying to work through this issue, trying to find solutions, and for basically 18 years, the city has done absolutely nothing with College Point Park. I grew up here. My family has been here for 5 generations. We understand what it is to be members of this community. A lot of other people don't. The infrastructure problems, the parking, police officers will be coming in and out of here, and that's a good thing for safety reasons. However, again, the parking becomes an issue. The roads in and out become an issue. That hasn't been addressed. It would be very easy if the city had sat down and thought about this to realize that police officers at the academy come in on a 7 to 3 tour and a 3 to 11 tour. They could have provided specific busing routes in order to accommodate those police officers, creating special runs from Main Street Flushing, which is a major hub both for the Long Island Railroad and for the 7 train, in order to get them here. But the city didn't bother to think about that. The city didn't think about the consequences of moving businesses, which they're using the term blighted, which is a sneaky way for them to use eminent domain, the biggest power government has and the most dangerous power government has, to get rid of them. And it's doing that and then saying to College Point, but it's okay for you guys. And that can't be something we tolerate. I stand with Tony on this issue, and I believe fervently that not only does this community have a duty to protect itself, but so does every other community in the city of New York, because if it could happen here to this community, it could happen anywhere else, both in Queens and throughout the rest of the 5 boroughs. Look, I'd love to have the police museum here. I think it's great. My great-grandfather's plaque making him the chief of police is in that museum. These are things I would love to see, but this is not the place for it. Look around. There is no way, absent major construction, a 5 or 10-year plan, to do what needs to be done to make this a viable option. So we have to stand up, our community boards have to stand up, our civic associations have to stand up and say, where's the plan? Thankfully, Tony has been at the forefront of most of these zoning issues and has done a spectacular job for our community. Maybe we have an opportunity now to have some serious dialogue and prevent something worse from happening. Thank you very much for your time. Tony.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Kevin Kim. I'm also running for Councilmember Avella's seat here. My main purpose for being here is to make sure that every single one of these residents, they've taken the time out of a beautiful Saturday to come out here because they have real concerns, they have real needs. I want to make sure that their voices are heard in this process. And I think Councilmember Avella, Dan Halloran, Steve Behar, they've all expressed it very eloquently, but really it's about them here. They've been here for many, many years. They know the community best. And as long as their voices and concerns are addressed, that's what this community really needs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.